Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Captain Chang Plays Cold Waters. We are playing the 1984 Soviet campaign, and we are just traveling down the Norwegian coast. As you can see, right now we're hanging in the middle of, right at the middle of the coast. We're kind of approaching Bergen, kind of hanging around there. Looks like the Soviet forces, the land forces, have taken Trondheim, and we're just kind of hanging out here looking for a convoy going to Bergen or maybe somewhere around there. Doesn't look like we're finding anything, though. It's just a bunch of subs and ASW forces. Well, there's sure a lot of subs going up north to Greenland, to the polar regions. On the other hand, we're just kind of cruising in the middle of the Norwegian Sea, trying to find another convoy to hit. We had previously hit a convoy coming from the States, completely wrecked it. Okay, looks like we are not going to be hunting the free roam anymore. Okay, well, let's see. What you got in mind, guys? HQ? Okay, looks like HQ is just gonna mumble something. Okay, we need to destroy a amphib force landing at Andoya.
Okay.
Should be leaving
Destroy
Holy Loft
amphib
any
landing
minute.
force. Simple enough.
Okay, well, let's go look for it. We're going to stick kind of close to Holy Lock there. Maybe we can see it, maybe we don't. It's going to be somewhere around here, I hope. They say it's going to be leaving any moment, right? Still looking. Looking. Maybe we should hang up near Andoya instead? Okay, well, let's hang over here then. The problem here is sometimes we can get caught by some other enemies, but if we hang around here, we should be pretty well covered. The land war seems to be going well. Oh, we took Oslo. Nice. Okay, how did we take Oslo without taking Osterwood and Bergen? Not my problem. Oh, there it is.
Reception complete.
Okay, we are configured. Nowadays, we don't have to change our torpedoes over because our torpedoes are dual purpose, except the 65s, of course. The big 65 73s are, of course, anti-surface only, but the decoy obviously is for something else, and the 3 red tip torpedoes are Test 71Ms, which are dual purpose. They're wire guided. So now we're just going to search for the different, what are these? Oh, great. Iwo Jima again. Last time we've seen the Iwo Jima, I had to let it go because I decided to put all 3 of my fish into the battleship, Iowa class battleship, and that thing didn't sink, even after 3 separate torpedoes. Pretty impressive ship. It was listing by like 30 degrees, but it never sank. Apparently, the Yanks eventually recovered it, probably through some serious amount of flooding and use of the so it didn't roll over. But you'd imagine something like that would be pretty darn top heavy. Still, as you can see, this is a large convoy. It's technically invasion force, so well, we're just getting some beauty shots here. This is my Victor 2. And as you can see, nothing really special to it, except it does have 65 centimeter torpedo tubes. Most of the torpedo tubes are 533 millimeter, or in other words, 21-inch torpedo tubes. But the Soviet ones have some big torpedo tubes, and those obviously contains a bigger torpedo and contains a more powerful torpedo, such as the two big red ones, the 650 MMs, of which this has two tubes. And you don't really need more than that, technically speaking. I mean, you can get like the Akula for that has like four of those, but it's not strictly necessary. In this world, in the cold waters, the reload speed is extremely fast anyway. In reality, it's going to take several minutes to reload the tubes. This, you can probably have it reloaded in about 30 seconds or less. Okay, we are going northwest. Looks like these ships are all going east, so we should be able to, by going northwest, we should be able to intercept them pretty well. The helicopter screen does not appear to be a major problem. Our prime, there may be more ships than this, though, when you think about it. There's probably going to be two ships on every flank, so there's probably some ships on the far side we're not seeing, and there could be a second row of ships that we're not seeing either. And as you can see, this is a Iwo Jima class helicopter landing ship. Obviously for serious invasions. Lots and lots of heavy lift helicopters. Got both the Chinook and the marine version of the Sea King, whichever thing that's called. Sea Knight, I believe that was. As I said, I'm not too up on the helicopter world. I probably should be, though. Okay, looks like we got a couple either Spruances or Type 21s. They sound very much alike. Doesn't really matter, though. So we got at least one lander, if not two. At least one ROROs, if not two. There's definitely an Iwo Jima somewhere in there, so we're just identifying whatever we can see and we cannot see. Problem when you intercept at this angle is that they will often, when they're overlapping like that, and when you fire, the chances are they will start all making U-turns, and then all your torpedoes end up hitting a single ship because the wakes intermingled. Okay, let's speed things up a bit. I know this is very boring to look at. Well, we're going to fire one torpedo, the Test 71, the wire-guided one, toward the Spruance that's charging me. That would be 02. And now we're going to fire some long-range torpedoes toward these fleeing ships, mainly because these are the ones most likely we're most likely to hit because they have settled on their escape vector. Once they have settled on their escape vector, then we are able to settled on their escape vector, then our long-range torpedoes becomes of quite a bit of use.
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
Do keep in mind that torpedoes do take a bit of travel. Most of them only go about 45, 50 knots, although some of the Mark 48s are known to go as fast as 55 or 60.
Tube 1 ready.
Okay, it looks like somebody fired an ASROC, and it may be coming this way. We didn't get any launch transients, but that could be because it's fired from by a guy that's a long time away. On the other hand, keep in mind that ASROC has a range of 10 kilometers, and that means it has to be fired from a ship that is near me, unless they're firing at a different location. Okay, looks like, yep, something just landed to northwest. Okay, we are definitely turning southwest to evade. You fire two at a time. Nice. And you can see the seafloor is kind of shallow here. We are only cruising at 152. We would like to go down to 183, except that's not possible, so we will not be able to achieve flank speed here without cavitation. But if necessary, we will cavitate to get away from things.
Steady course.
Okay, torpedo 4 is still going, obviously. We are going to leave it at transit speed instead of attack speed, because remember, once the torpedo goes into attack speed, it's going to drain its battery very quickly. And once you turn it on to attack speed, you cannot pull it back to transit speed. Okay, looks like we do have to use transit speed after all, because, I mean, the attack speed, because the Spruance has decided to make a break for it. And the other Spruance is heading back as well. Interesting. Okay, it may be time to use this torpedo to intercept the Spruance that's coming in rather than the one that's leaving. So we are definitely going to turn the ship around a little bit, and we can use the red dot as the interception point. When you so when you have 95% solution on a contact, when you select the contact, you can get its predicted progress based on your own velocity, and then when you're trying to fire a weapon, you can see the predictor dot also show you where, based on the weapon's velocity, where the enemy would be if it maintained a straight course, if it did not change course and to maintain the same velocity. So obviously use that to help you plan. It's basically a built-in torpedo data computer that you do not have to spin dials or such to calculate. And yes, that is something they do back in World War II. They have little analog computers, basically a very fancy rotary slide rule, where you put in the angles and you put in the velocity, and then it will tell you how many degrees off should you aim. Yeah, this thing does the same thing for you in a very similar manner. Okay, looks like this torpedo has pretty much locked on. I have no idea where this torpedo's going, but, well, that's not one. This is mine. The other two are not. This one, haven't figured out where it's quite going yet. You may be able to guess by just kind of a shift the viewpoint around by going above the water, but this one is definitely locked onto something. I think this is one of the ROROs. We're definitely going to have to shoot a couple more torpedoes.
Helm, steady course.
Yeah, that one is definitely homed in. It's within the wake pattern, and it's just going straight ahead. Not doing none. Don't need to do anything. Okay, some of these red tips are just going. Okay, looks like we got 2 torpedoes about to home in. Obviously 2 more that are still going strong. Then we got number 4 here about to activate against the Spruance. And you can see that the torpedo is doing wake seeking. It is since the middle of the wake, and it's looking for the strongest point, and then aimed itself toward it every couple seconds. If it's decided the waves are getting weaker the way it is pointing, then it's going to issue a slightly course correction, which goes the other way. And eventually the contacts will smooth out, and it's going to be heading straight down the center line like it is doing now. And here we go. Kaboom. And that's the end of the ship. This is a 650 millimeter torpedo, and it's designed to kill carriers. A cargo ship like that is nothing. Here's another one that has lined up on a water trail. Okay, we are just going to be searching. We're hoping to catch the Iwo Jima today, but if it gets away, not much we can do about it. Looks like this Spruance is trying to make a break for it, but we will turn toward that and try to go after it. Okay, looks like we got torpedo 4 seeking the Spruance, and looks like we should be just locked on. It's not seeking the Iwo Jima. The Iwo Jima is actually nowhere near here. The Iwo Jima is somewhere up there. Okay, we took out both of the NATO ROROs. Let's try to take out the landing ship and the Iwo Jima. Okay. And, well, should we stay on to make sure we control the good glass?
Con sonar, noisemaker,
Okay.
bearing 285. Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Yeah, the Spruance is really making a run for it, but not gonna work, unfortunately.
Sonar, noisemaker bearing 283.
Mainly because I'm still guiding the torpedo.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired. Con sonar, Sierra 9 is classified as merchant. Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 283. Con
Yeah,
sonar, lost
boom.
contact. Sierra
And
3,
there it
last bearing
goes.
284. Contact breaking up.
Yeah, it's dead. Dead in the water, sinking by the stern. Not much you can do about it. So we just found another lander. So there
Con
are
sonar,
two
lost
landers,
contact.
one to the
Sierra
north and
1,
one to the
last
south,
bearing
sandwiched between the two
275.
ROROs.
Contact faded. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 275. Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Okay, it looks like this one has latched on as well. These are still in swim mode. Haven't activated yet.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready. Con, torpedo room, tube.
Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 33. Con maneuvering, making turns for 20 knots.
I need to get to where the water is a little deeper.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra
We're
1,
still waiting
last
for these
bearing
torpedoes to transit to their
277.
final
Contact faded.
destinations, and we have fired another one, trying to catch the Iwo. We should be able to destroy both ships,
Con sonar
no
regained
problem,
contact
but we
on
may end up
Sierra
doing
1,
all of our
bearing
torpedoes. As you can
277.
see, we have one of the big
Con sonar
carrier
regained
killers left,
contact on
plus
Sierra
a
1,
couple of
bearing
the test
278.
71s, but
Con sonar
we're pretty
regained
much out of
contact on
torpedoes at this
Sierra
time. We
1,
have
bearing
more enemies than
278.
we have torpedoes for. That's usually a good situation.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 279. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 279. Contact faded. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra
Okay,
1,
this one is locked
bearing
on.
279. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 279. Contact faded. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 6, bearing 307. Con sonar regained contact on
As you can see, the Iwo Jima has not been touched, and there's one lander left, along with 3 escorts. So, which one should we target? Good question.
Make turns for 10 knots, maneuvering aye. Con maneuvering, making turns for 10 knots.
Make depth 183, dive aye.
Make turns for 20 knots, maneuvering aye. Con sonar lost. Come right to 290, helm aye.
Con, dive at 183, dive aye.
Con helm, steady course. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 277. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 276. Make turns for 15 knots, maneuvering aye.
Shoot 24, aye sir.
Come right to 001, helm aye. noisemaker bearing 242. Come left to 291, helm I. Come left to 277, helm I. Con, helm, steady course. Con, maneuvering, making turns for. Come right to 297, helm I. Con, helm, steady course. Make turns for 20 knots, maneuvering I. Make turns for 32 knots, maneuvering I. Con, helm, steady course. Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 219. Come left to 294, helm I. Con, helm, steady
Maybe
course.
we could chase down the Iwo Jima this time. Last time I missed it because I decided to put 3 torpedoes into the Awa.
Come left to 259, helm I. Con sonar lost contact. Con, helm, steady course.
Well, the Spruance is at least being smart about it.
Come right to 2. Make turns for 20 knots, maneuvering I. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing. Con, helm, steady course. Con, maneuvering, making turns for 20 knots.
Shoot 24. Aye, sir. Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
As you can see, the Russian torpedo wires are quite a bit weaker than the American ones. If you leave it like that, if you shoot the torpedo
Let's go
off
for it.
sideways and you go to higher speed, you'll shear the wire off.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
How fast does the Iwo Jima go? Not that fast.
contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 078. Contact is in the baffles. Come right to 306, helm I. Con sonar lost contact.
Okay,
Sierra
we're just
2,
going to
last bearing
speed off,
09.
and
Come left to 2.
hopefully we should be able to pick up the lander and the Iwo Jima somewhere ahead. On the other hand, we are going flank, so we are not going to be able to pick up much. But let's go to the 8-kilometer mark, at least. Okay, there they are, the lander and the Iwo Jima. Keep in mind, the Iwo Jima does go 22 knots, so while we could catch up to it, I'm not sure we have enough torpedoes to kill all of them. And besides, as you can see, the Type 42 is getting a bit close. And you don't want to launch torpedoes at faster than the 20 knots, or you will jam the tubes. Let's just say this is predicted. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to hit the Iwo Jima with the long-range torpedo.
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
And then we're going to shoot a S-71 at the...
Come right to 312.
We're going to shoot a Test-71
Come right to 315.
at the...
Helm I.
we're going to turn toward the lander, and then we're going to shoot a torpedo at the Type 42, and then we're going to get really close to the lander, and then shoot a our final Type 71 at it. We're shooting the Type 42 now because it is coming at us at a relatively high speed. I believe it was doing over 20 knots.
Less than 50 feet below the keel.
This would probably consume all of our torpedoes. I just realized I probably made somewhat of a mistake when shooting that last torpedo toward Iwo Jima. I don't think I can sink it in one torpedo anyway, but let's just say it was not the best of our trajectory, so we should have kept it at one side rather than pointing straight at it, because if we point straight at it, it's not going to intersect. By the time it activates, lift itself from 200 meters, 183 meters down, all the way to the surface, it may have passed the weight itself. On the other hand, it is time to shoot at the Type 42. But on the other hand, if we stay at 20 knots like this, we are very likely to shear off the wire anyway. But I don't think it really matters that much. Remember, set the depth to shallow, and if you want, do a snake turn, but I don't think this one would be necessary. This guy is coming so fast, I doubt he could hear anything. For our sake, it's going to stay on passive anyway, and as you can guess, the wire breaks almost immediately, which is not a problem for us. We are mainly using this torpedo to get the Type 42 to turn away, and if it doesn't turn away, it's going to die. It's that simple.
323, helm aye. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 8, bearing 066. Con, helm, steady course.
This torpedo knows what it's doing.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 068.
The Type 42 has turned away. On the other hand, the torpedo is close enough to sense it. This is one of theirs. It's just circling. Ignore that. We're just checking the progress. Okay, this wakehommer has locked onto something, but the problem is, which way is it going? That's not a wakehommer, sorry. That is the Test 71 acoustic torpedo, and it is going the right way. So the torpedo is now taking appropriate shortcuts. We are just going to continue along at flank. Incidentally, yes, you can go flank at 183 meters of water. Any shallower, you will cavitate. And as you can see, there are plenty of broken ships behind us. Okay, looks like Type 42 has dropped a noisemaker. We should be able to... We probably should... Well, we can't control it because the wire already broke, so we're just going to ignore it. And if the torpedo went back and killed it, that's even better. And looks like it will.
Con sonar lost contact.
Kaboom! And the Type 42 dies.
076. Contact breaking up.
In the meantime, I have no idea whether we will catch the Iwo Jima or not. Or at least I'm not supposed to. But this is not the first... But then I play this video. This is a voiceover, not a live commentary.
Come left to 322, helm aye.
So the plan is basically we are going to come up right behind it, and then we will slow to 20 or 15, and basically we're going to close to 6 or 5 kilometers, slow to 20 or 15, and shoot our last torpedo at it right up its baffles. And with only 5 kilometers to go, even when it is heading away fully at 14 knots, it's not going to escape. On board. So now it's just a little bit more of an accelerated time. Okay, we're ready to shoot, and
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra. Con
slowing down to 15.
turns for 15 knots.
Remember, it's only going 12, so shooting at 15 is not going to be a problem. Now we're just going to have to wait. Okay, that's a bit of an odd view, isn't it? Viewing torpedo as if your own hull is transparent. Oh wow, the hill is, the underwater hill is really there. They're getting really shallow at certain spots. And looks like this torpedo is going to go wide to the right. Which is why I said we probably should have set the torpedo a little bit more to the left. Oh well. It just means we will not be bagging in Iwo Jima tonight. Anyway, as you can see, the lander is doomed. There's a torpedo coming up, and it has no torpedo defenses, nor does it have any escorts to help drive me off. We already killed all the escorts except one, I believe. That one is well behind.
There is a chance it will intercept
the water
wake.
is set to clear, so you can see the wake by looking up from below. And we can confirm that this long-range torpedo is going to pass harmlessly on the left. It is way too far to seek a wake from the Iwo Jima.
I'm not hopeful.
We've miscalculated slightly on the wave, on the course. On the other hand, this is my Test 71. It has activated, and it is now heading toward our target. And it has sensed the target, and as I said, it is homing in quite nicely. It will catch up to the prey in no time. And we're coming up pretty close to the end of the video. I do thank you all for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more content like this, where I play games, not just Cold Waters, but also other games. I may dig out my MechWarrior 5. Especially since I just got news that the MechWarrior 5 is coming out with a new DLC, which we were not expecting. Most people thought that the Call to Arms DLC, which introduced melee weapons, is going to be the last one, but if they want to throw out another DLC just for us, hey, we'll come it. Wonder what innovations will they add to that one. Anyway, okay, we're just gonna speed up time a little bit, and this is gonna be the end again. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe, and let's watch this to the end, and I'll throw in some final words.
Yeah, I don't think this one's gonna hit. It's a little too offset now. Somehow it makes a sudden left turn, and it's unlikely. Looks like the Iwo Jima got away with it again. A lucky Iwo. Okay, well, that's that. No need to prolong the Spruance, and the Iwo escaped. Everything else has been sunk. The landing force has been smashed.